I chose the name Alchemy to symbolize spiritual alchemy, alchemy of the inner world. It is the science of illumination and inner liberation. Combined with cosmic energy, numerology, vibration, and intention, these amulets hold sacred power. Find yours on alchemybyla.com. In today's world, so many people fully rely on doctors and pharmaceutical medicine to keep them healthy. I've seen so many people online say, I trust my doctor has my best interest in mind, and my health is in their hands. Well, that's all good and well if the majority of people were healthy, if health was prevalent. It's not, and that's why we have to find a balance with having our doctors help with our health and also with healing ourselves. Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the baby elephant community. Hi Papa. On this channel, we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, and so much more. And today I want to talk to you guys about self-healing. And I'm actually going to give you a method of truly and fully being able to tap into the miraculous healing abilities that we all have within us innately, biologically, physiologically. I say all the time how we are all healers, and there are so many ways that we can tap into our healing abilities, but so many people think that it's so difficult. So we're constantly looking outside of ourselves to heal. We're asking all these, holistic healers and acupuncturists and chiropractors and doctors of all different kinds of medicine. Please heal me. Please figure out what's wrong with me. Please fix me. And that's because we've been so disempowered and we haven't been taught that we actually are able to heal ourselves. We want to throw money at other people. We want to throw our energy and our time and our problems in somebody else's lap instead of taking the responsibility for ourselves and for our health. So the first step of self-healing is taking that responsibility back into your own hands, thereby taking the power back into your own hands. You have been disempowered. We all have. It's the programming that we are subjected to since our birth. But now it's time to empower ourselves with our natural healing abilities. And of course, we should trust our doctors. We should listen to doctors. We should go to energy healers, Reiki practitioners, acupuncturists, and everything. And I do that myself. However, it has to go hand in hand with our own ability to heal ourselves, with our own capability to find out what's wrong with us and to release that, especially to release energy that's stuck before it manifests into physicality in the form of disease and disorder. So what is the healing modality that I'm going to offer to you today? Essentially, in essence, what it is that we are getting out of the way of our body's ability to heal itself. We are getting out of the way of our subconscious mind and allowing it to turn on all the systems. We have 3 parasympathetic nervous systems that allow us to heal ourselves. In the most esoteric sense, I believe that we kind of leave our bodies in a way, getting out of the way of our body's natural ability to heal. So our souls kind of leave for a moment. We get into this trance-like state where our souls just kind of hover above our bodies, and the parasympathetic nervous system can kick in and start to rewind, rejuvenate, and regenerate our bodies on a physical level. For just a few moments every day, rather than poking, prodding, testing, picking at our bodies, we are simply getting out of the way and letting nature take its course. Now, in the physical sense, I want to explain the science behind it. So the majority of us already know that we have this innate ability to defend ourselves called the fight or flight response. Now this is linked to our sympathetic nervous system, and it's something that we inherited from our ancestors. Our ancestors used to have all these threats, predators, the weather, all this different stuff that turned on our sympathetic nervous system and put us in survival mode. So, if a bear was about to attack you, you have to decide, am I going to fight or flight? And our bodies decide this on our behalf. This is innate, this is biological. So this is something that we know. It was discovered in the 1930s. We are aware, most of us can concede that this is biological. It has been researched, proven, studied. We have the exact opposite of the fight or flight response in our body, and this has been coined as the relaxation response by Dr. Herbert Benson. This relaxation response not only turns on the parasympathetic nervous system in our bodies, it also quiets down the sympathetic nervous system. And this balance of quieting down one activating system and turning on the relaxing system is where the healing work happens. So this might sound a little bit complicated, but once I tell you what you actually have to do, you're going to be so relieved and excited. So we have more activating systems than quieting systems, and that's why it's really easy for us to get revved up and excited and angry and nervous and all this different stuff, and a lot harder for us to truly relax. Because our world right now is so overstimulating these days, our nervous system, our sympathetic nervous system is constantly on. We are constantly being put in the fight or flight response, and we don't have an appropriate way to express it. So now if your boss comes up to you and that activating system turns on, you can't fight your boss and you can't run away from your boss. You have to just deal with it. In traffic, when you're getting agitated from, other drivers, whatever situations in life, taxes, any stressors that we have, we don't appropriately deal with the stress response that comes up in our body. So in order to deal with this constant overuse of that nervous system, we have to experience radical relaxation. When we are constantly in a high stress environment, we experience hypertension, which has been linked to heart disease, the #1 killer in America. Stress causes countless diseases and disorders in the human being, and we can prevent and reverse it with the opposite of the stress responses, with the relaxation response. Anxiety, depression, fatigue, dizziness, asthma, skin issues, and so many more. I actually have a full list of the major things that stress causes in our bodies. I will link that down below for you. All of these can be traced to this hypertension that we experience thanks to the fight or flight response in our nervous systems being so active all the time. And all of these can be healed, managed, reversed by the relaxation response. So because, like I said, there is so much overstimulation in our world, the only thing that we can do is to implement radical relaxation. And this is where it gets exciting, and you're gonna feel a relief because there's not much that you actually need to do. Now, this radical relaxation doesn't mean laying back and scrolling on Instagram. Actually, scrolling on Instagram is an activating thing, so it activates the sympathetic nervous system rather than quiets it down. There's an actual studied, replicated, proven method to activate our body's parasympathetic nervous system, thereby allowing us to momentarily leave our body in order for it to do its thing and heal us on its own. When we implement radical relaxation, and I'll tell you how to do that in just a moment, we experience our muscles releasing, blood pressure and stress hormone levels drop. Our heart rate, breathing, and brain waves all slow down. So when this happens, we enter a trance-like state. We go from alpha brainwave to a theta brain state in which all the healing can be done, in which we can access the subconscious mind and truly heal ourselves. In this state, our subconscious mind takes over and does the healing. That means you basically have nothing that you actually have to do in order to heal yourself except for set yourself up for deep relaxation. Now, why aren't we taught about this? The relaxation response is innate, it's natural, it's biological. If everyone knew how to do this, people would be buying a lot less medicine, they'd be going to medical doctors a lot less, and the medical industry is such an abundant and prosperous industry in the West that this is just simply not going to help it. So if you can't patent it, if you can't copyright it, if you can't sell it, if you can't mass produce it, why are we going to be taught about it? We're taught about the fight or flight response because it explains why so many of us deal with hypertension, and then it gives us, here's a pill to relax. Here's a pill to help with your anxiety. Here's a pill to lower your blood pressure. Here's a pill for your cholesterol. Here's a pill for this and that and that. Bye, 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 bye. If they were to tell you, go home, lay down, get comfortable, and relax for 45 minutes every day, who makes money off of that? This is why we are taking the power back. The healing starts here. It starts within. It's from us. And you can take the pills if you need the pills as well, even though It's a known thing. The placebo pills work almost as much as all medicine. Like, there's an antidepressant that I learned about this at USC actually. There's an antidepressant that when it was in the clinical studies, they found that it works just as often as the placebo sugar pill did. And yet it's still an antidepressant that many people take, even though it was only as effective as the placebo pill. No big corporation or investor will benefit from humanity reclaiming its own ability to heal, and that's the sad truth. But you're hearing this now, and you are able to do this with me, along with me, all of us. Because the future is about mass communities getting together and healing ourselves, becoming whole and complete individuals, so that we can help the rest of the world heal, so that we can heal the world in turn. So how to elicit the response? I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that right now. First and foremost, you need to set aside 30 minutes to 1 hour each day. This is the only thing. It will require some time, and this is a time in which you allow yourself to relax. It's preferred that it'll be around the same time each day. Now, this needs to be a time that you put aside completely for this. Don't put on a timer or anything. Just be in a situation where you know it is safe for you to relax right now. No one's going to barge in. No one's going to need you. You don't need to answer a call. You don't need to go somewhere. You don't need to rush. You're not in a rush to do it. This is an hour of your day that you are allowed to be here and do nothing else. If some part of your consciousness is feeling like it's not safe to relax, this will activate the amygdala, which causes anxiety, and it won't allow you to truly relax. So find the right time and place. Now, the conditions that are needed are darkness. Preferably, you should get yourself an eye cover, an eye pillow. I'll link one below for you that presses lightly on the muscles around the eyes, because this activates the relaxation response. An eye cover will work as well. I'll link that down below for you as well. You could also just put a towel over your eyes, of course. Your body must be warm, so make sure that the room isn't freezing, that you have a blanket. You don't want to be too hot, but you cannot be cold. You want to be warm. So blankets, heater on if you need that. The condition that is necessary for this is a warm environment. The next condition that is necessary is to go upside down. Now, what that means is raising your legs above your heart. So what you could do, what I did is I bought a leg wedge, and I put this leg wedge beneath my legs, and it elevates my legs above my heart. I'll link that below for you as well. You could also just stack pillows up, or you could use a chair and put your legs at a 90-degree angle, just like that. I can't show you, like that. And then your body, the rest of your body is on the floor. So you want your legs elevated. And then perhaps you want to put on some meditation music, some earphones to block out outside noises, and to truly just relax. You don't need to listen to anything. You can just go, get warm, get covered, elevate your legs, and close your eyes for 45 minutes, an hour, and this will elicit that response. However, I find it very helpful to listen to my hypnosis tracks or some sort of guided meditation or even some meditation music. This is a really good time to listen to some sort of affirmations or a hypnosis track like the ones that I make, because this is when our subconscious mind is most able to be reprogrammed, when we enter that theta state. So if you want to listen to affirmation track or anything that will, program your mind to think better and to be happier, this is a great time to do that. And you can do this every single day. You'll find more and more improvement as you do this. You don't need to listen to anything though. You can just start with focusing on your breathing and relaxing every part of your body from toe to your head, little by little. If you fall asleep, that's okay. You're still eliciting the relaxation response, and your subconscious mind is doing the work and helping you to heal. For this to work, you must elicit this response often. Like I was saying, we are so often in our sympathetic nervous system super activated. We're activated like all day long, which is not natural for us. We are way more used to living quietly, slowly, sleepily, in sleepy little villages, and without so much happening, so much to look at, all these things on our phones and our computers and TV and billboards and all these different cars and all this different, we fill up our days with so much to do. That is not natural. This is a very new thing for the human being. So for this to work, we have to create radical relaxation in our lives. And if you can reverse diseases, and if you can prevent diseases, will you not allow yourself 30 minutes to 1 hour every day of deep relaxation? So for this to work, you must do it often, and the more you do it, the more improvements you will see in your health, in your mental state, in your patience, in how you interact with other people, and how you understand yourself more. The more you do it, the more manageable your anxiety and depression will become. Take it from someone who was diagnosed as clinically depressed and anxious and no longer takes anything to assist with that. I have to elicit the relaxation response to manage those emotions that are more prevalent in me, that are more prevalent in people who are prone to anxiety and depression, highly sensitive people. This is how I am managing my mental health, and I believe that it works, and I've seen it work for so many people, and I'm taking classes right now to learn more about it. And I just want this information to be more readily available. Thank you, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't yet. If you made it all the way over here, I'd really appreciate you. If you joined the baby elephant community, let me know what you thought in the comments, and until next time, I love you. Keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye!